A little girl who is lucky to have lived past birth herself has found a way to help other children fighting for their life.
As Mitch Jelniker reports, this 7 Everyday hero is taking an artful approach to making a difference.
Well, I've just always loved vibrant colors.
This is no ordinary backyard shed.
The art barn.
It's Adelyn Wall's art barn.
I just love to come out here if there's nothing else to do and just paint.
She's been painting since she was 2. Then at the ripe old age of 7, she got an idea.
And I saw a man holding up a sign asking for help. And at that moment, I realized that I wanted to use my art to help people in need.
Adelyn decided to help the NICU at Children's Hospital, Colorado, the very place she started her own life.
And when she was born, there were 10 doctors in the room, and no one was really saying much, but we knew something was wrong.
Adelyn is 12 now and doing great.
My favorite one is probably this tree or this one.
And creating more art than ever, all with the NICU babies in mind.
I started creating more art, and I put it on the stationery sets, and then I sell those at Barnes & Noble and some other retailers, and then all that money goes to the NICU.
All those cards have added up over 5 years, enough for Adelyn to present Children's Hospital with a check for more than $20,000.
Oh, this is for you guys.
As a nonprofit institution, we really rely on benefactors like Adelyn. But yes, she is by far our youngest benefactor, and really the work that she's done for us is just amazing.
It was definitely born from her heart in a very organic way, and it's blossomed into something beautiful, and I'm very proud of her.
I just wanted to help those babies that are, that have to go to the NICU.
I wish I had a giant check for you, but instead, check this out. Denver 7, you see there, and American Financing are here to honor you as a 7 Everyday hero for all you've done here for Children's Hospital.
Thank you.
So congratulations.
Thank you.
Good work.
That's a little girl with a big heart. Now, to nominate someone as a hero, go to thedenverchannel.com, click on our community section, and then 7 Everyday Heroes. Love that story.
Yeah, good to see. All right, back to work. A good weekend ahead.
Yes. Tomorrow we're going to be seeing temperatures in the low 70s across the metro area. It'll be Tuesday morning that the cool down comes, chance for an early morning mix, and then warmer through the middle and end of the week.
All right, Katie, thank you. Lots coming up. The Avs playoff run came to an end tonight, but the fans paid tribute to the team after Game 6. We'll take you inside the Avs dressing room to hear what they had to say.
Plus, you've got to see how the Rockies game ended today. Controversy at Coors Field. Lionel, Troy, and Woody, they are all up next on Xfinity Sports Extra.
Welcome to Xfinity Sports Extra, and the Cinderella story known as the Hamburglar turned into a pumpkin tonight, or as Troy Rank said, from Hamburglar to the Grimace. The Predators jumped all over the Avalanche and third-string goalie Andrew Hammond tonight, and the Avs playoff run came to a screeching halt. Pepsi Center was rocking, sellout crowd to see Game 6. John Elway, Matt Freeman of the Broncos in the house, and the Hamburglar, Andrew Hammond, third-string goalie. Game of his life in Game 5, but crashing back to earth in Game 6. First period, Matthias Ekholm with a laser to the net. Predators up quickly, 1-0. Things would go downhill fast from there. Austin Watson had an open net as Nate McKinnon collided with Hammond. Oh, that was easy. 2-0 after 1. Still some hope until early in the second. Philip Forsberg took it all the way right through the Hamburglar. 3-0. Started the third period. Avs fans threw hamburgers on the ice, trying to fire up the Hamburglar to no avail. Victor Arvidsson scored. It was 5-0. Trevor Story and Charlie Blackman of the Rockies came over from Coors Field, but they couldn't make a difference. 5-0 final. Predators win the series 4-2, but it does show the support from the community. And a tribute to Jared Bednar and the Avalanche, going from worst in the league last season to a playoff spot this season. A lot of great memories for this youngest team in the NHL. Nothing to do but shake hands and move on to a hopefully brighter future. Denver 7 sports anchor Allison Mastrangelo was there.
From the worst team in the league last year to the playoffs, the Avs wanted to keep that great story going. Unfortunately, it was cut short in Game 6. The Predators beat them 5-0. After the game, I was able to talk to some of the guys in the dressing rooms, obviously upset by the loss, but they also remain optimistic about the team's future.
We're trying to win a cup, and obviously it's disappointing that we showed up like this and lost 5-0 in the elimination game. So obviously, like I said, there's some positive. We have a young team going forward. Probably show a lot of fight this season, a lot of adversity that we overcame, and hopefully we can use some of that next season.
It means a lot to us that, you know, they did give us a standing ovation at the end. It means a lot, and I think for everybody in here to sit back and reflect and realize that, you know, I think we've done a lot to Denver, and I think we meant a lot to a lot of people in the city, and to the Avs fans out there. They've been unbelievable all year.
You know, for a lot of our guys, it went through probably their worst season, myself included, last year. To respond and have a season like this, it was fun, and it was a good time.
After the game, head coach Jared Bednar told the players how proud he was of them, and he believes that this heartbreaking loss tonight will motivate the guys even more for next year. Inside the Pepsi Center, Allison Mastrangelo, Denver 7.
All right, Allison. So let's do that hockey with the usual cast and crew here. Denver 7's all-insider Troy Rank and Denver sports legend Woody Page. Woody the Hamburglar here. Andrew Hammond, a great story for a few days, but let's be real. Third-string goalie in the minors most of the season. Cinderella story was unsustainable for more than that one game, right? I mean, the Hamburg. No, Woody! Oh!
Nothing
no.
burger. That's what it's come to, really?
Gosh almighty. But anyway, great story overall for this team to make the turnaround that they did.
Sure, Troy and I were talking about it. Potentially, I think this is a Stanley Cup team because they are the youngest team. They've now got the playoff experience that 8 of their guys had not had previously. I love the fact that if they can add a couple of free agents on defense, get some more depth, get their goalie situation figured out with the 3 guys, and put more emphasis on McKinnon, who still has a chance to win the Hart Trophy, I think, this year, because he is one of the top 3 players in the NHL.
Yeah. Well, Troy, PK Subban said after that Nate McKinnon is his MVP for this season.
Well, here's the deal with McKinnon. I mean, you could put a propane tank next to him on his line, and that guy's going to score 30 goals. He's that good. He is the next Sidney Crosby for me. He's going to be an MVP someday. As Woody mentioned, though, one of the things they need to address is secondary scoring. You saw tonight, Nashville made a point. They were not going to get beaten by Nate McKinnon. Subban, they basically, it was like a boxing one in basketball where they're like, you're not going to beat us. Somebody else is going to have to beat us tonight. They couldn't. But again, the 4th best turnaround from season to the next in NHL history. The future is bright. Get the goalie, one more scorer. This team could make a deep run next year, Lionel.
Yeah, a nice run of the playoffs. Won a couple of games against the 1 seeds and brought some excitement and some energy back to hockey here at Mile High, guys. All right, now to Coors Field we go. Gorgeous day for baseball. Herman Marquez on the mound for the Rocks. Top of the first, trouble, though. He unleashed a fastball, hit Cubs star Chris Bryant right in the face. Bryant looked woozy, but good news, he passed all the concussion tests. Has a cut over his eye from the sunglasses, but should be okay. The star of this show was Cubs center fielder Albert Almora. Watch Nolan rip this one in the bottom of the first. Almora went all Superman on him and took it away. Oh, robbery. In the second, Noel Cuevas got some stick on it. Another rip and another diving catch by Almora. He also made another one later at the wall. The Cubs were up 6-2 in the 5th. Rockies started swinging some heavy lumber. Charlie Blackmon blasted to right field. That jumped the fence. It was 6-3. Next pitch was Nolan Arenado. Another jack to left. It was 6-4. And then bases loaded, 2 outs, bottom 9. Rockies down 9-7. Brandon Morrow uncorked a wild pitch. Nolan coming home, and he's safe. But they took a look at it and replay. Looked like his foot was in the air when the tag was applied. He had not touched the plate. And the umps reversed that call.